All right, good morning. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to open up Revit and start building our first project. So I will have to find the Revit 2016 icon on your desktop. Once you click that, once you double click, it takes a little bit to load. Mine loads a little faster because my computer is faster than the ones that we have here in the lab. And you just have to be patient, and we always want to use a regular mouse. The trackpad is not good enough for this program because the scroll wheel is very helpful because we will be able to zoom in and out, and you definitely need to be able to do that quickly and easily, and the trackpad just makes it too problematic to use it. So when we start, we're going to choose an architectural template. So that's the one we always choose whenever we're making something new, is the architectural template. So I click there once and it will open a new project for me. And for this project, we're going to make a room that's 10 feet by 12 feet. And we do have our STEM folder, which has instructions for this as well, which has visuals explaining like the different ribbon things on here. But for now, you could just kind of follow along with this video. So we have these 4 dots that you may have noticed, and what these things are just, they're going to show if you they're elevations, so they just let you know, like if you like click on them, they'll show you a view from here, but you don't need to get rid of them or anything. You can just leave them where they are. So to start out, if we're doing a room that's 10 feet by 12 feet, we're going to choose wall. We just click that once, and then it doesn't matter where you start, but you will just click once and you want to go straight across. And right now it's at 30 feet. So I only need this to be 10, and it makes it a lot easier. If I zoom in, I could then change the dimension. And that mouse wheel, it's also important because you could click and hold it and then put things towards like the center of the screen. And you'll notice the more you zoom in, when you go to change the size of the wall, now it's going by inches instead of just going by feet. But I want to bring it down to 10 feet. And once I have 10 feet, I could click it into place. And then I need to make my wall going straight down at 12 feet. So I could continue to move down. I also could just literally on the keyboard type 12 and hit enter, and it'll snap it into place. Now I'm just going to continue, make my other 10-foot wall, and then my 12-foot wall brings me right there. So once I have that, I have my rectangle. I could hit the escape key on the keyboard, or I could right click and hit cancel there. I could do it one more time, right click and hit cancel. So now nothing is selected. I'm no longer making a wall. What I could do is I see my walls here. One thing I can do, if I click on my wall, I see under the properties that this is a wall that's 8 inches thick. I also see that it is 20 feet high. So that's a really tall wall. So one thing I could do right now is I could change that size to, let's say, 9 feet. So I just type in 9, I hit enter. I click on my other wall. That one still says 20. I could change that and make it 9. I just have 2 more walls to do that same thing. Right now, you notice that, oh, it looks the same, but supposedly I changed the height. That's because right now I'm only looking at our 2D view. I could also go ahead and look at my 3D view. On the very, very top, you'll see next to the letter A little house. And if I click on that, it shows me a 3D view. So here's the wall, and it's 10 feet, or excuse me, it's 9 feet tall. So now you can see it in our 3D view. And this will give you your view cube as well. So this is just similar to Inventor if you were here in 6th grade. So if you click on your top view, you see it in that route. And I also could go back to where it has my project browser, where it has level 1. If I double click level 1, I'm back to that drawing. That's where I made my walls to begin with. All right, at this point, it's a good time to go ahead and save. So what we could do in the very upper left corner, there's the big R. We could click on the R. And for this first one, we're going to do a save as. And we're going to save it as a project. And then when we do that, we don't want to save it in My Documents. That's the spot where your files go to die. You don't want to save it where it says D. Clausen under the C drive. That's another place where your files go to die. You want to find, should be the H drive, where it has your first initial and then last name. You want to put it there. And then you could create a new folder. You could create a new folder if you want. I have some here at STEM, so I could just save it here in my STEM folder. And really, don't save it as project 1. You could call this your 10 by 12 room. Just name it something that makes sense. If we're making a classroom, call it a classroom. If you're making a bedroom, call it a bedroom. Don't just save it as project 1. So here I just went ahead, once I do that and I hit save, then it's good. It's at the spot where it's not going to be deleted. All right, next I'll show you how to add things to our room rate. Next, I will show you how to add things to this room.